What's up, friends, family, and frenemies? It's your girl, Dr. Shonna. Listen, I'm not going to be on here long. I can't be on here for a long time because, my infamous Michi X is in the house and Michi's going to be going live. She says at 9 o'clock she will come on. She says at 9 o'clock she's going to be going live, but hopefully she does manage to come on live at 9 o'clock. So I ain't gonna be here long because I'm gonna let Michi do her damn thing. I'm just gonna talk about this real quick about Kyrie Irving. I know a lot of you guys have been sending me these videos, and I've been watching these videos with the nutty ass Stephen A. Smith. I believe his name is Stephen A. Smith. You know, he's a bad example for the community. But nonetheless, I've been watching these videos and I wasn't going to say anything. And then I said, you know what, maybe I'll do it for Mental Health Fridays. And then I realized that, I was getting crazy. I was getting crazy about all this stuff that's going on. So I have a couple of things to say. And then I'm going to let my homegirl, my sister, she's more than my homegirl. I think Michi's my sister. I'm going to let my sister do what she do best. I like to be in the cut. Michi be out there in the forefront. I love what Michi does. It's just, listen. Let me say this to you guys. I respect Kyrie Irving. I want to be able to say this. And I know a lot of people are going to be in their bag. And I ain't going to cuss nobody out today. Unless you deserve it. Because, some of your asses really deserve it. I'm going to try not to cuss anybody out today. I'm going to really try to keep it all the way 100 nice. I don't want to cuss nobody out today because y'all be getting on my nerves. But I want to be able to say this. I respect Kyrie Irving's position. Let me tell you why. I ain't going to be here for a long time. Let me tell you why I respect his position. It's hard to find people in this day and age, in this world today that we live in, that are free thinkers, people that can think for themselves, people who are not afraid of what the bullies out here in the world. I'm going to talk about the bullies real quick. People who are not afraid of all the goddamn bullies that are in the world they've been here before the pandemic, but the pandemic has brought more people out to be even more crazy. The bullying is out of control. So when you find somebody who has a voice, whether you agree with them or not, and they stand in their position, I respect them. Now, I know a lot of you guys have been listening to this whole thing. But at the end of the day, what Kyrie Irving is saying is pretty much respect his decision not to be vaccinated. Respect his decision. And I think that is so powerful right now because I don't know about your friends and your family. I cut people off. So I don't have to have negative people in my space. I don't keep bullies in my space. If they want it, they can get it. The smile will go out the window. The doctor will go in my bag. I'll take the doctor off, put it in my bag real quick. I'm always ready. So if I don't care if you friend, family, or frenemy, if you want it, you can get it. It's just that simple, right? So nobody comes to me with the bullshit. No one comes to me with the bullshit about this vaccination because I'm not the one. I'm not the one to play with. No one talks to my kids about it. And if I was in a position where somebody was making me to get it, I won't have a job, period. Thank God I'm not in that position. But if I was in that position, I'm bold enough that I won't have a job because I've learned how to earn money without employment. So I'm okay with that. Right? And it doesn't mean that we are ignoring the plights that other people had to go through with COVID and all the people who have lost their loved ones with COVID. It doesn't mean that we're ignoring it. See, this is what the bullies do. Let me tell you what the bullies do. Is if you stand in your truth and you say, I'm not with it, I'm not interested in any of the vaccine, I'm okay, I'm good, I don't need the jab, I don't need the jab, I'm good. If you say that, the bullies try to make it seem like now you are responsible for the deaths of other people. You are the one that's responsible. You're the responsible of the deaths of other people. And because you won't get it, you're killing people because that's the narrative that's out there. What did your crazy president say? It's the war against the unvaccinated, some shit like that. That's the whistleblower that is out there. Right? And so they try to turn it on you. It doesn't mean people like me don't respect those who have lost their loved ones. I do. I totally respect them that lost their loved one. It's sad. I lost people that I know, and at the same time, it's like, you know, I had COVID too, and I'm grateful that I didn't lose my life. I'm grateful that, you know, my immunity is dope. I'm grateful that I live a lifestyle that is healthy. I'm grateful that my asthma didn't even take my life because I'm an asthmatic. I'm grateful that my body was able to sustain it. I'm grateful that my daughter's body was able to sustain it. I'm grateful that both of my sons were able to my whole household had COVID. My whole household got COVID, and we all have our natural immunity. We got our antibodies. We all have our natural immunities. I don't feel the need to be vaccinated. And I don't work for anybody to make me, well, even if I did have a job with you, I'd be like Kyrie, Irving, you know, you won't be making me do it. I want to talk about this for a second, because what we have to understand is that this nation is truly divided. And people are just really running off of emotions. This is my opinion. The views that I discuss here is not necessarily supported by YouTube or the devil Facebook. You know what I mean? But my point is, this nation is badly divided. And this is what has to happen in order to bring distraction from all the other shit. My girl Michi's going to talk about it, so I ain't bringing it up. All the other shit that's happening in the world. This nation does a great job at dividing motherfuckers left and right. Everybody get divided. My whole thing is this: when it comes to the vaccine, people get to choose what they want to do. If you want to get vaccinated, get vaccinated. If you don't want to get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated. What I'm saying is, people have to respect other people's opinions, other people's decisions. And when do we get to tell people what they should and should not do? When do we get to tell people that they're killing other people? We're killing other people. You want to talk about what's actually killing? How about the food that you're selling half the motherfuckers in America that's eating this shit? How about we talk about America's health problems? How about we go to the research? I'm dead ass. Y'all can look at it on your own. I ain't going to be here too long. But how about we go to the research and we look at how Sweden has handled this situation, and we look at how a country like Sweden has experienced but so many deaths, because overall they're a healthy nation. See, I'm not going to go off on a tangent here, but they're a healthy nation. How about we really get mad at the food supply and what they're putting in our food? How about we really get mad at our family members? You want to get mad at the people who's choosing not to be vaccinated, like Kyrie, Irving. What do we get mad about our family members that don't take care of their health? See, nobody wants to have this conversation, because if I have this conversation, then I'm being mean, right? If I start talking about how people manage their health, I'm being mean. If I start talking about how people are being told, listen, dude, you got high cholesterol, you better watch it, you might suffer a heart attack, then they get a heart attack and die. If I talk about that, I'm mean. If I talk about people feeding sugar to their kids and they got little kids walking around with soda in their bodies, in their bottles, if I talk about how much alcohol people in this country consume, if I talk about how much sugar people consume, if I talk about everybody who's overweight and they know their asses need to change the way they eat to come on. If I talk about those things, I'm wrong. How about we talk about the core? How about we talk about the root of what's going on in many people's health? I'm just saying. So let me just get back to what I'm talking about, because all this stuff matters. All of this stuff matters. So when you have somebody who doesn't do what they want you to do, these people, Stephen A. Smith is the main, I was going to say a bad word. I was going to call him a bad word. What's the word? How can we call Stephen A. Smith a bad word without saying a bad word, right? How can we call Stephen A. Smith, he deserves it, a bad word without saying a bad word? Because I only know bad words. Somebody said snitch. Snitch ain't good enough. See, Karen, we can't say that, Karen, right? Somebody said a-hole. That ain't good enough, right? I need something a compromised ninja. You guys are great. I love it. I love it. Somebody said Uncle Ruckus. I love it. I love it. He is a compromised ninja. A compromised ninja. I'm going to start calling some of y'all that. Some of your asses are compromised ninjas. Let's talk about that. Let me talk about the compromised ninjas in this society. We're going to talk about the compromised ninjas. You see, a lot of you guys just got media talking points. A lot of you guys don't take your time to study. And if you do take your time to study, if you do take your time to research, if you do take your time, and after you gather all the information you need in order for you to make an informed decision, then you a problem. You killing everybody. What has this world turned into? If you think and you use your head and you say, I'm making a decision that's right for me, then you are the problem because you're thinking, because you don't go along with everybody else. My mother used to say, monkey see, monkey do the same at you. And every time I would say, mom, what everybody else is doing, so-and-so mom is letting her go. She was to say, so she was to jump off the roof. You want to fall around? You're going to follow her and jump off the roof with her? No, why would I do that? So why the hell you want to go to a party because she's going? And my mother used to always challenge me in that way. She would always make me think. And now it seems like thinking is not appreciated anymore. You're threatening to take people's jobs? Cool. Maybe I could say cool. I know other people, they feel like they're compromised. Then they turn into compromised ninjas, right? Other people get scared. They turn into compromised ninjas because they don't want to lose their job. And they go ahead and they do what they're being forced to do, even though they know in their spirit they're not comfortable with it. Let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about how we gotta be okay with being different. Does that make sense what I'm saying? We got to be okay with being different. There's so many people that want to stay up with the in crowd. So many other people want to do what everyone else is doing because everybody else is doing it. And no one is brave enough to stand firm. I mean, I can take this conversation so many different angles. I'm not tonight. But I am going to say this. There is a virus going on that nobody is talking about. This virus is affecting friends, is breaking them up. This virus is affecting family members. This virus is affecting co-workers. This virus is affecting the political arena. This virus is affecting the religious arena, the spiritual arena. This virus is affecting everybody and no one is talking about it. And the virus is, y'all ready for this? I want to make sure I pronounce it correctly. So let me spell it out for some of y'all compromised ninjas. Let me spell it out for you. The virus that is affecting everyone that no one is talking about is spelled E-G-O. How do you pronounce that? E-G-O. I believe it's pronounced ego. Does that make sense? Ego. There's a lot of people right now with these egos out here that's getting on my motherfucking nerves. I'm just telling y'all the truth. Y'all get mad when people don't agree with you. You get upset when people don't do what you want them to do. And I see a lot of this stuff. This virus is, I'm telling you, this virus is running rampant. I see a lot of this kind of virus show up in my office every day, right? When I'm treating couples, I see, and it's all about relationships. Everything is all about relationships. When I'm treating couples, most of the time is the virus ego that causes couples to lose their goddamn mind. So now that I'm looking into the world, I see a lot of people is infected with the ego virus. A lot of people think that they know what's best for somebody else's life. Stephen A. Smith, the compromised ninja, he's badly affected with the ego virus. I don't know if it's a cure for him. I don't know if it's a cure. But why is he so concerned about Kyrie Irving's life? Why is he so concerned what goes on in that man's life? If that man knows what his consequences are, that man knows that he won't get paid. He knows that he's jeopardizing his contract. Has it ever dawned on you that he's okay with that? And why isn't it okay with you that he's okay with what happens to him, his family, and his lifestyle? Why are you so concerned about him? You want to make this about the team, saying that he's not being a team player because he's not getting vaccinated like the rest of the team. Monkey see, monkey do. And this is the mind games that these people are trying to play with those of us who stand in our truth. I don't know about you guys. But let me say something to y'all. I don't care whether you're religious or not. A lot of y'all fake religious ass people anyway. I'm getting out of here. I'm almost done, Michi. I'm almost done, okay? I'm almost done. Y'all want her to come over here and say hi to y'all? I'm almost done. A lot of y'all some fake ass religious folks. I'm going to tell you why. I know y'all going to get offended, but I don't care. I don't care if you get offended. You get over it. Jump off a curb. Break your ankle. You'll be okay. A lot of y'all talk about, I stand on God. Jesus know this and God know that and a lot of this and a lot of that. And y'all running. Y'all running to save your lives with this shot. And you can do it. You can do it. I'm okay with it. But don't bring God into your equation. Shout out to Sid. What's up, Sid? I'm going to get back to that in a second, Sid. But don't bring God into your equation. When you go out there and you start saying God this, God that, and you run and take this shot, because God don't align with that. I'm just trying to tell y'all. That's not an alignment with God. That's your fear talking. And I understand your fear. Trust me when I say I understand your fear. And I'm sure that Kyrie Irving understands your fear as well. So why is it that we have to understand your fear, but then with someone like me, someone like Kyrie Irving, and all the other countless people that stand in their position and they're standing firm on what they believe in, how come when we show up that way, we have to be attacked, we have to be ridiculed, we have to be ostracized? So when shit happened to y'all want us to be having your back and having empathy for you all. But those of us that choose to do what we believe in, we're stupid. Like the name calling is disgusting. This virus, this ego virus really got a lot of y'all motherfucking minds like lost. The name calling. What did Stephen A. say? Stephen A. Smith said that he was immature. He said he was selfish. He said he was a damn snob. He said that he want to stand on his individual morals. He said he was self-righteous, and he said what he was doing was stupidness. This is what this compromised ninja said. Why all the name calling? Why are you guys calling people's names because they're choosing to make a decision that's right for their lives? Then you got shit like Colin Powell, fully vaccinated, dies. Now people trying to make excuses for it. Oh, because he had cancer. Oh, because he had some underlying health issues. Well, half of your asses got underlying health issues too, and y'all fully vaccinated. Instead of you trying to make excuses for his underlying health issues, y'all should be scared about yourselves who are fully vaccinated and your health is poor. Y'all should be afraid for yourselves that the vaccine ain't going to help you in that area. Y'all should be afraid instead of trying to still make excuses. I'm just saying. But instead of being afraid, instead of you saying I'm afraid, you want to start attacking us and putting your fear on us. is because we're choosing not to get vaccinated. Never mind natural immunity. Never mind all the research that has proven that natural immunity is proven to be superior. Never mind that. I mean, all of a sudden, all these years, decades and decades and decades, we have stood on natural immunity. And now today, it don't even matter. Today, it's like, oh, that don't mean anything. We don't know that really works. Oh, so your scientists have been lying to us all this time? But that's a whole nother conversation. I told you, I'm just here fucking just talking right now today. I just think that the way that the world is moving with this ego virus that's going through a lot of y'all, that's causing y'all attack. I just think a lot of y'all disgusting people. I'm being honest with y'all. I think a lot of people that want to insult people who's choosing not to vaccinate are disgusting people. I think your ego is so far up your ass, it's not even funny. I think y'all disgusting people. You're hearing it from me. You're disgusting people. You're disgusting people. I think the fact that, especially when I see other social workers, let me get on the social workers for a moment, because y'all know I'm a sworn social worker, bona fide, licensed, bona fide, right? One of the things that we preach, and it's in our code of ethics, is about the right to self-determination. Let me say that again, because a lot of you motherfuckers are missing this shit. I'm going to say it again. We preach the right to self-determination. Let me say that again. We preach the right to self-determination. And I even see social workers coming at people who are not choosing to vaccinate themselves. All out of their neck. Left field. Nasty. Fucking egos. Disgusting. I'm not mad at anybody who got vaccinated. I'm not telling no one not to get vaccinated. People can do whatever the fuck they want to do with their bodies. But what you're not going to do is tell me or people like me what we can and cannot do with our bodies. That's what you're not going to do. I wish somebody would ask me for a vaccination card. I wish somebody would approach me in that manner. They're going to be embarrassed. Promise you that. Right? I think like when we start to think that we're superior to other people, I mean, come on, especially my melanated folks, right? My melanated folks, we know about that shit. We know about coming up against people or having to deal with people that think that they're superior. You already know how that feels. So when I see people like Stephen A. Smith that thinks that he is superior, like his thinking is superior, just because you a compromised ninja, doesn't mean that everybody else got to follow your suit. Ain't no monkey see, monkey do the same as you over here. Just because you compromise in your thought process doesn't mean somebody else have to do it. So when people like him that knows how it feels for somebody to try to push their superiority on you, their way of thinking on you, someone who says, I'm up here, and I'm not saying superiority in terms of being supreme. I'm not saying it in that way, because I know a lot of y'all like to get caught up on that bullshit, right? I'm not saying it in that way. What I'm saying is when someone thinks that their thinking is the right thinking, when someone thinks that their way of life is the right. See, Kyrie Irving didn't say that his thinking was the right way of thinking. He said it was his thinking. He never said how he's choosing to go about this is the right way to do it. He's saying that's what he's choosing to do. So when you have somebody who believes that they're smarter, aka compromised ninja, when you have somebody who believes that they're smarter, when you have somebody who believes that they have all the answers, when you have somebody who believes that their decision is the right decision, and then they're trying to put their decision on you, I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. So I want to ask something. I want to ask something to all of you people out there, and then I got to go because Michi's, is ready. I got to ask you guys something. What is that? I'm telling you. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna ask you guys something. The people who have gotten vaccinated, only the people who are vaccinated. I want to ask you something. Let me try to see how I'm going to word this. Is there anything within you that you feel you're 100% confident that because you have gotten vaccinated, you will not get COVID, you will not get sick, you will not die. That overall, like Michi just said, you think you safe. Like she just said, you think you safe. I want to know that from them. For those of people who got vaccinated, 100% vaccinated, do you honestly feel like you are 100% safe? Della says, nah. Come on, thank you for that. Somebody says, only got 1 out of 2, but I'm not getting the second one. Somebody says no. Somebody else says nope. Thank you for that. Come on, everybody, tell me. Somebody says, nope, no. Go ahead. Anybody else? Come on. It says nope. Somebody else says nope. Someone says hell no. All right. Someone else says no. Someone says hell to the no. Right? Right? Somebody says nope. Okay. Someone says absolutely not. Somebody says absolutely not. Somebody says no, not 100%. Not even, I even got the booster. All right. Have another. Someone says no, we have been doubly dosed. Okay. Thank you for that. I have another question for the vaccinated people. Right? I have another question for the vaccinated people. Those of you guys who have gotten vaccinated, when you see the stories like Colin Powell, when you see the stories like that of people who are fully vaccinated and they still died, does it make you nervous? Come on, people. One person says no, somebody says yes. So one person, when she sees the stories of the people who are fully vaccinated dead, doesn't make her nervous. Somebody else said yes. Somebody else says no, no. Somebody says yeah, it does. Somebody said no. Somebody else said yes. Right? Somebody says no, it's only part of my defense. Somebody says yes. Somebody else says it should. Right? Somebody says no because I know the vaccine won't completely protect me. Somebody says not 100% sure. Somebody else says no. Someone says not nervous. Okay. Now let me talk to the people who are not vaccinated and who have never gotten COVID. Listen to what I'm saying. The people who are not vaccinated and who have never gotten COVID. Are you still super afraid of COVID as you were when we first got this shit among us? And I'm only talking to the people. I don't want to see the same goddamn names that was vaccinated now talking for people who ain't vaccinated and ain't never got COVID. You know, right? Right? They always got some shit to say. You got a wrench, right? Block those motherfuckers. Block those motherfuckers, right? I can't stand them. You can't be back to not back. Somebody said not afraid of all. Somebody says no, 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 nope, nope. Uh-huh. Okay, so okay, nope, nope. Okay, thank you, y'all. Thank you, y'all. Somebody said I had it and it didn't go see no damn doctor either. Neither did I, Keith, but you know, that's another conversation. All right, somebody else says nope. Somebody says no. Okay, so they never had it. All these people never had it, and they're not afraid of COVID. For the people who have had COVID, somebody said I was never afraid. So someone said no, never vaccinated, never got it, never afraid. Okay, good. Now I'm talking to the people like me who have had COVID. Once you had COVID and you made it through COVID, the people like me who had COVID, made it through COVID, and I'm asthmatic. My breathing was the hardest part to get over. I had to suffer that shit for 3 days, and I got over it, right? Without a pump, started making my oregano tea, my rosemary tea, kept my black ass home. I didn't go to no treatment. I didn't go into no hospital. I stayed home and I treated my own asthma as I always treat my asthma when I have an asthma attack, and I got through it. So I'm talking about those of us, right? I'm not talking about the people who were asymptomatic, who didn't even know they had it. I'm talking about those of us who had symptoms and we had COVID. Once you got it, are you afraid of COVID anymore? I'm just curious. I'm just asking questions, y'all. I'm just asking questions. Once you got it, are you afraid of COVID anymore? Come on, y'all. Somebody said, build your immune system, you'll be fine. Somebody said, nope, no, nah. I had it 3 times. Get the fuck out of here, Saint. Saint, you lying. Sit your ass down, Saint. You ain't have no COVID 3 times. Sit your ass down. Block Saint ass. Saint crazy. Block his crazy ass. This ain't no mental health Friday. Saint, you don't get off with that today. This is Sane Monday. Somebody said, heck, no. You see what I mean? See what I mean? So I want y'all to see something, and then I'm going. I want y'all to see something from people like me, from our perspective, right? Somebody said, I had it, but was not sick. I also have asthma, but not in getting the jab. I ain't getting a jab either, right? Somebody said, I'm scared of getting COVID because of what? Because of what, Reese? I missed it, Reese. It's going too fast, okay? Somebody said, I'm dealing with intermittent long COVID. So am I. But guess what, y'all? I've been on my raw vegan diet. I've been doing my oregano essential oil. And guess what? Ask Michi. I can taste some flavors now. I can taste my taste has been going for 8 months, and I've been cleaning my body. I cleaned out my whole system, and I can smell things now. I can't identify what they are, but I can smell when something is there. And I can taste different flavors now, but I can't identify them. I can't tell you it's pineapple, apple, orange, but I can taste it. I take my black seed oil too. So let me tell you something from somebody like my perspective. And hopefully the people that suffer from the virus ego, y'all know who I'm talking about. Hopefully those of you guys who are suffering from the virus ego that no one is talking about out there, let me say something to you guys, because maybe, see, this whole thing is about being able to see it from another person's perspective, right? I see it from your perspective. If you never had COVID, because I was once in your shoes, I was nervous too. And then I went on a date with my boo, and his ass is in the military, and he got COVID, and he gave it to me. That's how I got COVID. Not for my daughter, who had COVID before me, 3 months before me in the same house, and none of us got it. I got it, and I made all my other kids get it, right? But nonetheless, I want you to hear something. I'm not telling you that you have to agree with me, just like I don't have to agree with you. But we have to be in a space where we are able to hear one another. So let me say this to all of you guys out there that are suffering from the virus ego. I want to say something to all the compromised ninjas out there like Stephen A. Smith. I want to say something to you guys. Many of you guys that are talking cash shit, many of you guys have never had COVID. You've never lived through our experience, right? Many of you guys have never had COVID. You're still operating on fear. Right? That's what it really is about, right? You're still operating on fear because the news is highlighting, what is it, 3% of the deaths? Is it 3%? Is the CDC still reporting 3% of the people die that get COVID? 3%. Is it still actually 2%? Is it 2%? 3%? Listen, I'm gonna need y'all to do. I'm gonna need y'all to give me some numbers, y'all, because I don't feel like looking up shit tonight. I should have did this, but I wasn't coming on to do any research. Y'all need to go in there and look at your numbers. What is it? What is the death rate? Is it 3%? Michi X is saying 2%. 2% of the American population has died from COVID, but we know those numbers are skewed because they were counting every death. We know that those numbers are skewed. 2%? You want to say 2%? 2% of the population is died. Somebody said 2% last day check. Michi saying 2%. Right? Some Sid saying 1.5%. Somebody else is saying 2%. Right? Okay, so listen. We're going to say 1.5 to 3%. At the end of the day, it's still a small number, right? Shantae 6%. Lawrence is saying 3%. Shantae, what news you been watching? Shantae, put your link. Back your shit up, Shantae. Don't come in here with that bullshit, Shantae. Back your shit up. Because she might be right. No, it's not 6%. It's not. The numbers are the last. But whatever the case is, right? Whatever the case is, this is what I'm saying to you. I want you guys to really understand that. Somebody says 2 to 3%. Okay, y'all, we going with 2 to 3%. Okay, all right. No more about this shit. No more about the percentage. Right? Shantae's saying CDC. Look that up. Fact check that, Michi. And then I'll let you come over here and let it rip. They don't give you percents. They give you numbers, and the numbers say it's 2%. It's less than 2%. So let me finish. We're not gonna go on this right now. So this is what I'm gonna say to you guys. You scaredy cats out there. You motherfucking scaredy cats out there. Let me say this. Somebody said 6%. I don't believe it. Let me say this real quick. So I want y'all to understand it from our perspective. I was once in your shoes when they first started the whole COVID propaganda that's out there. And every day they were showing, that's what media does. Every day they were showing you deaths, not survival rates. Not people like me, not survival rates. Deaths. And they wasn't saying 2%. They weren't saying 3%. They were just saying deaths. And it constantly be pumping death. You're gonna die. You dead. You're gonna die. Right? Whatever the case is, even if it's 6%, they just pumping death, right? When I did not have COVID, I was afraid because they like all these people are at risk of death, asthma, death, obesity. Half of motherfucking America. Come on, y'all. Don't get in your bag. Don't get in your bag. Half of fucking America is obese. Half of y'all got shit rolling over your stomach, rolling over your pants. Don't get in your bag. This is not body shaming. This is fucking facts. Facts. Your kids are fat. You fat. Everybody fat. It's America. We're disgusting. America is disgusting. All of us. Deaths. Heart disease. Death. Diabetes. Death. One leg, death. Okay, they didn't say the one leg thing, but everything was about death. So that's all I saw in the news. And I was afraid. Wore the mask everywhere. I had gloves on. The nutty shit, right? The nutty. I had aluminum foil on my head. Means you know, like in the movies when they have the aluminum foil in their head. I'm joking, y'all. I didn't have no motherfucking aluminum foil on my head. But, you know, that's what I felt like doing. I felt like putting aluminum foil on my head. But everything was death. So I was afraid. And then, boom. It's to the people who had never had COVID. Boom. I got COVID. And I made it through. Besides the fact that I can't taste anything and smell anything. But I made it through. And I was like, well, goddamn. It went in little spurts for me. And I was like, all right. That wasn't too bad. I had it way worse than my daughter because I'm asthmatic, right? My breathing was compromised. But after that, I had a whole different take on COVID. And then I went and I got my antibodies done. I got my antibodies test done at least 2 or 3 times, and they still come back positive. And I was like, okay, I'm good. Cool. I'm cool because science had taught us that your natural immunity is a natural defense in your body, and you good. And then, so where this world is going right now, you got to look at it from our perspective. Where this world is going right now, where it's like, I don't care if you got immunity or not, you need to be vaccinated. For us, it's absolutely crazy. It's bananas was for us because we're like, shit wasn't even that bad. This is how we feel. Shit wasn't even that bad. The media's amping shit up. And every time we meet somebody, people like me, every time you meet somebody, you in the room, half the motherfuckers had COVID already. And everybody was like, shit, you know, I thought I was going to die. Shit, it was scared. It wasn't, you know, I just had a headache. I just lost my taste and smell. You know, I mean, it was hard to breathe for like 3-4 days, but, you know, I was good. This is how you got to think about it from our perspective. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying you got to think about it from our perspective. So once we got through it, we're like, well, this is what it is. They lying on the news. So people like us started to dig and started to research and started to look at things. And when we started to find things and our eyes started even opening even more about what's really going on, we're like, fuck it, we're not doing this shit. This shit is crazy. Right? This shit is crazy. So when we come out and we go outside and everything is about, you have to have a card, you have to have this, you have to have, and the people who are doing it, most of them, I'm not going to say all of them, most of them has never had COVID. It's fear-based. A lot of people are just, listen, family, COVID is not going anywhere. COVID is not going anywhere. And the vaccine will never stop you from not getting COVID. It will never stop you from not getting COVID. And they will have you to believe that if you take the vaccination, you're not going to die. And this is what they'll have you. Chances of you dying This is what they'll tell you. But when I read the Colin Powell's the information on him, you got to see how they switch the language. I'm gonna read it to you, and then I'm out of here. But they're gonna tell you that chances of you dying is slim to none when you get the vaccination, but chances of you dying is slim to none when you get COVID. Now, is that for everybody? No, they're not. They don't know who's going to die if they get COVID versus who's not going to die. Just like they don't know who's going to die if they get a breakthrough case being fully vaccinated versus who's not going to die. They don't know that information. They don't know if you get the vaccination, whether you're going to get COVID or not, if you never had it. They don't know that information. Just like they don't know if you never got the vaccination, whether or not you're going to get COVID. As you can see right here in this feed, there's a lot of people who have never had COVID. I ran a poll with over 1,000 people in it, and majority of the people, like 60-70% of the people that participated in the poll, never had COVID. So just like they don't know if you would ever die if you get COVID, they don't know if you would die if you get vaccinated and get COVID. They don't know if you're going to get COVID. They don't know if you're not vaccinated if you're going to get COVID, or you're vaccinated you're going to get COVID. They don't know that. They don't know if you had COVID, if you're going to get it again, or they're not going to. No one knows anything. We don't know who's going to die and who's not going to die. This is where faith has to come in at. Yes, people do die from the flu too. Absolutely. And yeah, I never got the flu jab either. Never. So what I'm saying to you people, the people who are so afraid, like I'm in this group with my family and we're all trying to plan a family getaway trip. Okay, cool, no problem. Once I saw the vaccination conversation coming up and people going at it, I said, count me out. I'm not dealing with this bullshit. I don't even give a fuck if it's family. Count me out, because half these motherfuckers don't know nothing. Half of them ain't never have no COVID. Half of them they think the vaccination is going to save them. They ain't going to save your ass. Obviously, it's proven that ain't going to save your ass, right? People are just afraid, and I don't want to be around that kind of energy. So I kindly sent a text message to my cousin who planned it. I said, yo, your family, right? When you know how we do as folks, right? When their family start acting crazy, we always like count my ass out. Their family started acting crazy. And I said, listen, this shit right here, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to be out there with fearful people. Oh my God, Lord Jesus. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. My faith is bigger than that. My love of my creator is bigger than that. And you see somebody like Kyrie Irving, he stands on that. His faith is bigger than that. He's okay with it. But that makes some of you guys mad. People like me out there, we're okay with it. Y'all, come on in. Y'all tell me. Y'all know if y'all like me. Y'all know what I mean. When I say like me, I'm talking about we're not big on this whole VAP thing. And we're not telling people not to take the jab. But we're basically saying, no, it's okay. It's not for me. I'm good. I'll take my chances. Right? We're okay with it. Right or wrong? Family, come on. Put it out there. I'm okay with it. Why is it that we're okay with it? Why does that triggers your ego so badly? If we're okay with it, why is your ego that big that you're not okay with it? Why are you guys not okay with us being okay with the decisions we're making for our body? And don't give me the bullshit when you say, oh, because you know, your grandma might get it. My grandma might get it from you. Well, your grandmother might get it from you being vaccinated too. This country has open borders. People are still coming in and out of this country. You don't know what the fuck these people have. Your logic is off. Your logic is off. And you don't even want to admit to that because your ego, the virus that's taking over your body, your ego's too big. You don't want to even admit that your logic is off. Right? Your ego is out of control. Right? That's right, Richard. The propaganda is out of control. It's off the chain. Why do you feel that's right? Thank you, Kimberly. Y'all be making up your names. Kimbella. You've been watching Love and Hip Hop. Kimbella, you better come back here, Kimbella. Don't have your chat past me. Kimbella. Is that what I see your name is, Kimbella? Kimbella, is that your real name? You better stop playing with me. I can't see where your name went. Kimbella, talk to me again. Come on, let me see your name again. Come back out here again, Kimbella. The hell was that? Did she laughing? Kimbella Renee. You just trying to sound cute, Kimbella. Right? But I get it. Like, why people gotta make a big fucking thing about this? What's wrong with what Kyrie Irving is doing? Why are y'all so worried about his money? Why are y'all so worried about our money? If we choosing to lose our job, what the fuck that got to do with you? That's stupid. That's stupid. You gonna do that? Why are you gonna do that? It's so stupid. Millions of people got it. It's safe. How do you know that? How do you know that? None of this research that they're pushing on you guys have been peer reviewed. Do you know what it means to be peer reviewed? Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means to be peer reviewed? None of this research has been peer reviewed. But you're like, oh, they know. You don't know. You don't know. Here's what I think it is, and I'm going. I'm gonna tell you what I think is happening here. Somebody said, please hit her with one more invitation before you go. I love imitating people, right? Let me tell you what I think is happening right here. Those of you people who live in fear, especially those who claim to be religious, whether you're Muslim, Jewish, Islamic, Hebrew, Christian, whatever you identify as, Buddhist, whatever you identify as, y'all the ones that get on my goddamn nerves. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Not because you're religious. You don't get on my goddamn nerves because you're religious. I don't care if you're religious, right? But I'm gonna tell you why you guys get on my goddamn nerves. Because y'all like to sound good when you're talking about God, right? God could do anything. God got me protected, whatever. God, Allah knows best. That's what the Muslims always say, right? Allah knows best. Allah knows best. If I'm gonna die, Allah knows best. Listen, God said the days of my life is numbered by the hairs in my head. This is what y'all say, right? This is what you guys say. God knows what he has in plan for us. This is what you guys all say, right? God knows when your day is up. This is what y'all say. God knows better than me. This is what y'all say. Who am I to question Allah? This is what you guys say. Jehovah is all-knowing. Jehovah makes no mistakes. This is what you guys say. Yeah, I see your numbers dropping off, right? My numbers dropping off when I start telling y'all the fucking truth about yourself. This is what y'all say. But then when you meet somebody like Kyrie Irving, when you meet somebody like Dr. Shonna and countless others, right? When you meet people like us who really stand in our truth and say, listen, hey, if my day is number, my day is number. God knows best. When we say and we live it, we're the enemy. You guys are motherfucking backwards. We the enemy. We're being foolish. We're being foolish. What God do you serve? Right? What God do you serve? They fuck with my life. You already know how they're gonna do it. Because I got a lot of compromised ninjas that follow me. I'm just asking you guys that. What God do you serve? Because if you really believe your scripture, if you really believe it, then you should know that God got your back no matter what. And if your time is up, your fucking time is up, whether it's a vaccination or not. When your time is up, you're going to fucking die. Oh, y'all don't like the way that sounds. That's cool. That's cool. Y'all don't like the way that sounds, but it's the truth. Oh, it's insensitive. Should I say expire? Should I say transition? Should I say pass away? What would you like me to say? You fluffy fuckers. What would y'all like me to say? I'm just saying. You know, when I came out of it, when I came out of COVID, I said to my children, I guess God ain't finished with me, baby. I guess God still think I got more message in me. So let me go ahead and keep on doing his work. I got more message in me, baby. Let me go deliver. The labor is plenty, but the laborers are few. I got more work, baby. I was okay with it. When I got in a car accident, walked away with just a fucking broken arm and a tore up ligament in my knee, and my car was total, and my son walked away with no scratch, even though glass was covered all over his body, not a cut, not a scratch. I said, shit, I think God got something for both of us. So it's okay when I say it then. When I say it then, it's okay. But this COVID shit got y'all crazy. God is out the window. Nobody fucking stands on God anymore. COVID done threw God out the window. You motherfuckers are all standing on your government now. And the doctors. We're the real people that are warriors. We are the real people that can stand on God's true word. We are the real people that have a real relationship with their creator. Where are those people at? Where are those people who are not afraid to just trust God? Where are those people at? Where are those people at? See, a lot of y'all come on here, y'all say that I don't believe in God. Y'all don't know shit about me, but just say dumb shit like that. Y'all don't know not a motherfucking thing about me, but just say shit like that. Because I don't do what you guys do, because you guys are sheeples. Right? You guys want to, y'all get afraid. Y'all in church, hallelujah, hallelujah. Get the vaccine, girl. I'm going to go get my vaccine. God ain't that strong. You guys, that's how y'all look to me. That's exactly how y'all look to me. God ain't that strong. Get my motherfucking vaccine. Shit. You know, hallelujah, hallelujah. Girl, you going to get the vaccine. I'm going right after this. Praise God, praise God. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. So I got one last thing to say about Colin Powell. I want to be able to say this about Colin Powell, and then I'm out of here. I know I keep saying I'm out of here, but I promise y'all motherfuckers I'm out of here. I want to say this. I know a lot of y'all didn't like Colin Powell. I know my community. Now, I'm not talking about the visitors. You know, I ain't talking about the cousins in the room, the distant cousins, right? I ain't talking about the distant cousins in the room that just come on anytime they want to come on, right? We ain't talking about the distant cousin. We all family, but y'all distant cousins. Like, y'all like, either we created you. Where's my nation, folks? Assalamu alaikum. Where's my nation, folks? Either we created you and you're a distant cousin, or you a distant cousin. You know, y'all know what I'm fucking talking about. You know, I got always speaking code with you motherfuckers. We got a lot of visitors that be up in here and shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? We got our distant cousins. We got our distant relatives, right? I can't help my distant relatives, but I want to say this. I know a lot of y'all didn't like Colin Powell. I know a lot of y'all didn't like Colin Powell. But I'm going to tell you like this. I respected him, right? I didn't agree with a lot of things that he's done, but I respected him. I respected this man. And so I'm not giving you guys a tribute to Colin Powell because this is not what this is about. But I am going to say this. If they're going to post his death, media needs to be consistent with what they're doing, right? Because in the paper, only Newsweek, and when I look, let me say it like this. When I looked in the paper, only Newsweek is the one that said that he was fully vaccinated, even though he was fully vaccinated, right? Newsweek is the one who reported their media that way. So I haven't dug into Newsweek. You know, I don't know if they're left, they're right, they're rogue. I don't know what they are. Everybody else talked about it in the body of their text, but not in the title. Why do y'all think that happened? We got to think about this shit critically. Why do you think they did it in that way? That they didn't put it in the title that he was fully vaccinated, but they did it. I'm sorry, I spelled his name incorrectly in my title. I'll fix it, guys. It's Colin with one L, not two. Why do you guys think they put it in the body but not the title? Right? Yes, subliminals all day. Absolutely. Somebody said they running game, the devil and agenda, right? You got to think about it. You're going to see more and more people No. Somebody said it would be blocked. We're not talking about social media, Dorothy. We're talking about the mainstream media paper, right? The mainstream media papers, they reported it as him just dying at 84, and not that he was fully vaccinated and died from COVID complications. Think about that. What I'm saying to you guys, there's going to be more stories. I know y'all don't want to hear this, and I know my video is going to be blocked because of this, but that's okay. There's going to be more stories with people who are fully vaccinated expiring. Let me say that again, because some of you guys don't really fucking get it, right? There's going to be more stories with people who are fully vaccinated dying. There's going to be more stories about it. We're seeing it. We're seeing it right now. We're seeing the stories are coming up over and over and over and over again. And you got to understand how media works, how propaganda works. They cannot change that. They don't want to put that in the title because that's going to wake up a lot of people to thinking, right? There's going to be a lot of people that's going to say, whoa, wait a minute, right? Somebody said he had blood cancer. Yes, we are aware he had cancer, but remember, let me address this person for a second. Who's the person that said it? And I don't mean address in a bad way, so don't worry, beloved, don't run away. Black Rain, he had blood cancer. Yes, Black Rain, we understand he had cancer, but this is what I'm saying, Black Rain. Just hear me out for just a second. I love this chat today. Y'all are very respectful. We ain't got the distance cousins coming in here starting no shit, right? We ain't got nobody in here started any shit. You see what happens when you speak to me respectfully? I respect you, right? You see how this happens? But when you want to try to come for me, I'm going to embarrass you, right? You're going to get fucking embarrassed. But Black Rain, let me say this to you. He did have cancer, right? And the media, the mainstream media, the papers, they put that he was fully vaccinated and he died of COVID-19. This is what they're saying, right? He died of complications to COVID-19. Here's two issues I have with that. They can't just say just cancer, right? Because right now the narrative is all about COVID. Think about the division. Think about how our minds are being fucking controlled. Think about how they're controlling everything that we do. And many of us are not free thinkers, so we go along with it. Whatever they put down there, we go along with it. If it was about his cancer, they would have said, Colin Powell, 84, dies of cancer or blood cancer, whatever the name it is, Hodgkin lymphoma, whatever the name of the cancer is. They would say that. They would just say that. But why would they have to say that Colin Powell dies age 84 of COVID-19 complications? Why do you think they're saying that? Right now someone is saying, Sean is saying the autopsy showed that it wasn't cancer that claimed his life, that it was COVID-19. Regardless of what it is, whether it's leukemia, Hodgkin lymphoma, who the fuck cares? What I'm saying here is you got to think about how the media is chosen to run these narratives. According to his family, he was fully vaccinated. According to his family. Right now is big news, right? But you got to understand the reason why they didn't put that he was fully vaccinated in the title, although Newsweek did, the reason why they didn't do that because it would scare people. If yet again another person who was fully vaccinated dies. Because what they tell you, Black Rain, and you know this, Black Rain, what they tell you is if you have cancer, if you have diabetes, if you have pre-existing medical conditions, you should get vaccinated. Isn't that what they say? I'm asking you guys that. Listen to what I'm saying. I need you guys to talk to me tonight. Y'all talking to me tonight? This is great. Yes, thank you, Armand. That's what they say. If you have these underlying conditioning, you definitely should get vaccinated, right? We're all agreeing with that, right? Somebody says, boom, yes, that is right, exact. That's what they say. So everyone who has these underlying conditionings are running to get vaccinated. So when with somebody who is fully vaccinated that has these conditions, then they get cancer. I mean, then they get COVID and die. It sort of goes against their narrative, right? Doesn't that go against what they're saying? Have y'all read? Let me see. Y'all don't fucking believe me. Let me pull up the fucking paper for y'all because some of you motherfuckers, I can't. I can't with you guys. Let me read these articles for you guys, right? Let's go through it, okay? Colin Powell, first Black U.S. Secretary of State, dies of complications amid cancer battle. Then they go into these articles and then they want to tell you how the vaccine still works. Let me show you. So they give his whole history. I'm going to take you to the part because I need y'all to really see this. And don't worry, when I find it, I'm going to show it. I'm going to share it with you guys. I want you guys to see this. We got to start thinking critically. Ready? Now let me go. Because I posted this on my page. Let me share this with you guys. Somebody said, I thought they said, don't if you have pre-conditioned health issues. Clips Reloaded. When they first came out, they said you had to consult with your health physician to make sure you'll be safe to get it, right? And then whenever, they started pushing these numbers because your boy, we got to get a new name for Biden. Bigot Biden is not funny anymore. Like, somebody give me a new name for Biden, right? But my whole thing is, when he made this pledge that he was going to get X amount of Americans vaccinated and he didn't hit his quota, y'all got to go back to the papers, and look at it. When he said he was going to get X amount of people vaccinated and he didn't hit his quota, the pressure got on him. Then all of a sudden, all these mandates, Jim Crow Joe is boring now. We got to get a different name. Moneybags. Oh, I like that. Moneybags Biden. That's what he's about. Moneybags Biden. Somebody said Bittler. I like that even better. We're going with Bittler. So when Bittler did not meet his quota, Bittler said all these mandates had to come down. People who have 100 or more, people who have government contracts, people who are in Medicaid, Medicare facilities, people who are government workers, people who are in the military, people who are in law enforcement, people who are nurses. So he started to get real strategic. And then the narrative, you got to think about it. When Bittler first started doing that, you got to think about the narrative. Then they started to say, if you have these kind of conditions, you should really protect yourself against it because the vaccine has proven to lower the severity of COVID for people with these conditions. This is what they told you. Am I making this up? Right? Am I making this up, y'all? Somebody said piss poor Joe gotta go. But I like Bittler. I'm not making this shit up. This is what, thank you, y'all. This is what they said. So now they have all these people who have these underlying conditions that they're telling you to get the vaccine. So now let me show you guys. Let me share the page because I got to show you guys what they do. Hold on a second. How do I share this shit? Found it. Bittler is perfect, right, Serafina? Bittler. Good Lord, this dude is funny. Let's go to Bittler. Where's Bittler? Okay, here we go. Here we go, y'all. So here's Bittler. I'm going to show you this and then I'm getting off because I'm going to go on Michi's thing. Race disconstructed. Fucking CNN gets on my goddamn nerves. So y'all see what I see here, right? Let me read this right here. We're going to start right here. We're going to start right here, the blue. Safrino told CNN Powell was vaccinated early on and received his second shot in February. He was scheduled to get his booster shot this past week, but that was when he fell ill, so he wasn't able to receive it. COVID-19 vaccines are a highly effective tool in preventing severe disease and death, but no vaccine is 100% effective. More than 7,000 breakthrough cases of COVID-19 that have resulted in death have been reported to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention through October 12, 2021. By that time, more than 187 million people in the U.S. were fully vaccinated. That's 1 out of every 26,000 fully vaccinated people who has died of COVID-19, 0.004%. Of those breakthrough cases resulting in death, 85% were among people aged 65 and older, and 57% were among men. Let's stop right there. Y'all still with me, family? I'm going to say this and I'm fucking out. This is what y'all got to understand. I asked you guys a question. How many people die from COVID? Right? I asked you guys that. Some of you guys said 1.5%. Some of you guys said 2%. Some of you guys said 3%. A few of you guys said 6%. How many did this article just say who are fully vaccinated died from COVID? I want to make sure you guys were listening. Y'all ain't have to read. I know some of you motherfuckers don't like to read. So I read it for you. How many did it say die? No, it did not say under 1%. See how motherfuckers don't read? Sir Doze. See? There go Daswuvius. See, one person listens. One motherfucking person listens. And I just read it for you motherfuckers. If it was an open test, you guys would still fail because your ears only hear what you want to hear. 4%. 4%. 4%. Say with me, class. 4%. That's on the test. That's your fucking final. 4%. Say it with me, class. 4%. Say it with me, class. 4%. They don't know who's going to die and who's not going to fucking die. That's right, Sonia. Selective hearing. They don't know who's going to die and who's not going to fucking die. 4%. 4%. So if you fully vaccinated, you join a fucking pool. You got a 4% chance of dying too, right? If you're not vaccinated, you got a 3 to 6%, because we can't get our fucking numbers right around here. And I didn't look it up, right? 3 to 6% chance of fucking dying too. Right? Y'all understand what I'm saying here? Are y'all fucking catching that shit? We talking about critical thinking. Are y'all catching this shit? But yet they still pushing the shit, pushing it. That's what it said. This is what it fucking said. Y'all gotta read, people. Make your decision, make your best decision, but don't go around spreading your ego virus on other people. Don't go around spreading your ego virus on other people, having your ego thinking that you are the all-knowing, you know everything, and you know what's right for somebody else's fucking life. You don't know what was right for Kyrie Irving's life. You don't know what's right for his life. If he's choosing to lose his contract, making $35 million, since all of you guys want to count his fucking coins, if he chooses to lose his contract, that's his motherfucking business. That's his business. That's his business. If somebody decides to lose their job as a nurse, as a doctor, as a professor, as a police officer, as a firefighter, who the fuck cares? If they decide that I'm walking away from, that's their business. Why are y'all so mad about what somebody else is fucking doing? Y'all should get mad about all the missing women in the planet. Y'all should get mad about human trafficking. Y'all should get mad about slavery that's happening in other countries right here, right now, today. Y'all should get mad about that kind of shit. Y'all should get mad that we don't get fucking reparations, but they got trillions of dollars going on this bullshit. Y'all should get mad about that kind of shit. Why are y'all mad about somebody choosing to lose their job? Why are y'all mad about that shit? I don't understand you, because your ego, because you're suffering from the ego virus. Your ego. That's what it is. Why are you mad about what somebody's doing with their body and with their life? You should get mad that they didn't got a cure for herpes when 70% of the fucking population has HSV1. Y'all should be mad about that shit. You kiss somebody, you're going to get herpes. You should be mad about that shit. Use somebody lipstick, you might get herpes. You should be mad about that shit. It's skin-to-skin contact. That shit is more contagious. More people got that shit. You should be mad, and you might get a breakout. You might get some blisters down there. You should get mad at that shit. Y'all don't even know. Y'all just choose to be fucking mad about anything. Y'all get mad about anything. 4%. 4%. 4%. You get vaccinated, got 4% chance you're going to die. You get COVID, you got anywhere from the 3 to 6% chance. The numbers always change. 3% chance, 3 to 6% chance of dying. How does that sound now? Be honest with me, family. Yes, a cold sore is herpes. Absolutely. A cold sore is HSV1. It's herpes. Y'all should get mad if you kiss somebody, you might get fucking herpes. If they got shut-in. Y'all should be mad about that shit. But ain't no money on that shit. Ain't no money on that shit because most people got it. Ain't no money on it. How do y'all feel about that? Hearing those numbers, 4%, 3 to 6%. How do y'all feel? I'm out. I just want to know, how do y'all feel? I'm gone. That's right. Somebody said Mental Health Monday. Because people are fucking crazy. We talk about the ego virus. Right? How do y'all feel about that? Listen, do what you want to do. Right? Not a big difference in numbers. Thank you, Soul Man. It's not a big difference in numbers. But I get it. I get why you guys are scared. Turn the fucking TV off. Ain't no TV in my living room. Fuck TV. Ain't no TV in my living room. There's only one TV in this house, and it's in my motherfucking bedroom. My kids don't have access to a TV. Turn that shit off. Stop watching that bullshit. You guys can't help it. Your ego, y'all getting affected with the ego virus. You motherfuckers are out of control. Y'all out of control. Listen, I love every last one of you. The TV is the idiot box. I love every last one of y'all. Listen, I want to say this. Well, I want to point this out to you guys as I get over here. If you're not following me on Instagram, I really do think that you guys need to go over there on Instagram. I don't get banned on Instagram. I don't get demonetized on Instagram. Instagram is good with me on Instagram. Go over there, follow me on Instagram. It's all about relationships. I'm not talking about this kind of shit on Instagram. Right? Let me say this to you guys. The way this chat is today, did anybody get blocked today? Moderators, did we block anybody today? I don't think we blocked anybody today, right? You guys were good today. Why is it with over 1,100 people in this motherfucking stream? Over 1,100 people. You motherfuckers are good today. Why can't we do this every day? Why we always got to have the distant cousins come in and start some shit and got to curse people out? Wasn't this good today? Did I cuss anybody out today? Nobody got cussed out, right? Did I answer questions? Somebody said you missed a nasty comment, but I missed a nasty comment, right? A nasty comment. Who's the nasty comment by? Obviously the person just wasn't, they weren't nasty enough for me to catch it, right? They weren't nasty enough. But, wasn't it good that we had a good conversation? People did say some stuff. People didn't agree with me. We had a conversation. Nobody got cussed out, right? Oh, so that's supposed to be the nasty comment Erica said weave had? Baby, this ain't no weave. This is called sister locks. I don't know if you're talking about me, Erica, but that shit don't bother me. I don't know if you're talking about me, but that shit clearly don't bother me. You better stop talking about people with weaves, Erica, before they come and beat your ass. People be serious about their hair. They're going to come and beat your motherfucking ass, Erica. Oh, you said that was a troll? Okay. What's up, sis? What's up, Soror? But you see how good it is, right? You see how good it is? No, 0.4 is not, I'm not even gonna talk to you right now. But thank you guys so much. I love every last one of you guys. Y'all so good. Look at how you guys were talking today. You guys were being really good today. And that's important. This is so important. Somebody said I love the Bronx accent. Yeah, I'm from the Bronx all day, every day. I beat your ass. But anyway, I'm being good today. But I love all of you guys. Somebody said, my pastor said ain't nothing wrong with good weave besides wasting that goddamn money when you can invest that shit. But that's a whole nother conversation. I love every last one of you guys. So only thing I want to say to you guys in the chat, besides follow me on Instagram, we've had as a name. Oh, y'all funny. Only thing I want to say to you guys is you see how you have this conversation with me. You have a conversation, you ask me questions, and even if we don't agree, we dialogue about it. This is how it should look. This is what maturity looks like, when you can dialogue about it, when you can have a discussion and nobody got to get ostracized. Nobody got to get fucking, cursed out, whatever the shit is. No one has to get cursed out, right? I love every last one of y'all tonight. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram. To all my Iris women, go ahead and join up to the Iris women. Go to the iriswomen.com. For all my Iris women that's already in there, listen, I'll see you guys on Saturday. We had a dope class. We're going to have another dope class. I want you guys to go ahead and visit the ladies, not you fellas. I'll be screening y'all fucking signups and shit. The ladies, go ahead to theiriswomen.com. Get signed up. It's all about relationships. I'm teaching women how to build healthy relationships with our men. Healthy relationships with our men. Because some of y'all ladies be doing ridiculous shit. But I don't talk about the ridiculous shit on YouTube and Facebook. I talk about it on Instagram. But I want you guys to sign up. I want you guys to go ahead and get registered, be in that class. I love every last one of you guys. Somebody says, see me tomorrow. See me tomorrow. You ain't going to see my ass tomorrow. Shit. Unless you a client. I don't know if you are or not. And don't tell me if you are. Stay quiet if you are. But you do it. Somebody said, my wife is a Zeta. Y'all keep it up. Love your show. I love you too. I love your wife too. Tell my sister I said hello. Have a great night, y'all. Peace and blessings. I love you all.